Beaver, away!
Hey, what's up? Welcome to KritzKast, where we continue our Nations Cup ETF2L coverage, and today it's Friday. Usually not much happening in TF2, but given how much at the moment is happening with Highlander and Sixes and the Nations Cup, some people have decided to spend their Friday getting some games out of the way, and today these people will be Germany and Portugal battling it out in their group. And this could be an important game. Germany could already make it out of groups. Position undecided, but with two victories under the wings, they could be out of the groups after this game. Portugal needs a win here to stay in it, and Germany as the top seed will be a tough one to crack. I'm here joined on production with Wiethoofd, and with me on the mic is Plunk.
Alright, how you doing?
Very good. Should be a fun little game. I'm not expecting the closest games ever here. Portugal had a tough time dealing with the Netherlands, which should be a slightly easier team to play against than this German roster here, stacked with like different 1 to Prem players, where the Dutch one had like mid and 2 Div 1 level players. So should be a lot more difficult for the Portuguese side here than for the German side in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, also, German team has some standout names that we all know from just past seasons and in general. Ignis, Mente, you've got Milchman, things like, old names as well we know about. Portuguese side, I've not really know many names, but if you want to run down with the rosters, you can.
Yeah, we have already on the roster here playing Wild Piggy, we have 31, we have Fox, we have a Biohazard, Spans as well, and I am unsure who will be the Portuguese medic, since this all started a little bit hectic earlier and organized last minute and everything, so they apparently need a medic stepping in today. We'll see who that will be. Usually it would be Snow. And to put things into perspective, most if not all of the Portuguese players here are about the Div 2 level, so there is certainly a difference here compared to the Germans with, like you mentioned, some like lower Prem Div 1 players here that already like had some screen presence on previous streams of some sort in ETF2L or be it elsewhere. So a little bit of skill difference, but the Portuguese have no chance if they want to play this tournament any longer, besides from the third game against Algeria. But if they don't get points here, it's basically over for them.
Yeah, defos. We're just waiting on one more, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's the Portuguese side sorting out somebody to play medic, and that is basically it.
Last to spec. Someone go last to spec.
That would be a solution, I suppose. Maybe not the best one. Well, we'll see. I'm just checking for the past game of the German side. They played against Algeria in an expected win, which is to say that I don't know how much they already thought about optimizing the roster for that game, since clearly wasn't necessary with a 3.0/5.0 process and product then. So I don't know if they've put some more thought into it, or if they're still just kind of scrambling together whoever's time on the roster. They have enough sheer quantity of players of a decently high level that it's feasible. They added Psychus just today as well to have another scout here available. He will be playing, and let me compare who played back then, who is playing now. We have Milkman returning, we have Menti returning, and we have Ignis returning. So only 3 people from the last game, which, granted, it was against Algeria, it was a relatively easy game for them, but still, that's the only remaining core played back then. Also Aidlos, Kratos, and Bijou. Instead, stepping in now, obviously, Psychus, Groove, and Rising. So slightly different rosters for the Germans here.
Yeah, it looks like the Germans are readied up. Italians still missing a medic. I mean, I know the Italian side is mainly Div 2, Div 1 and mid players, so don't know how it's going to look for the game. Obviously, I've said before that the Germans have a bit of an advantage here with previous names and Prem players and that, but
well, if they can just stop them early on and just play slow, where the Germans want to probably play aggressive fast, and just keep the mixed feeling going that they certainly have here with this thrown together roster, they could make them do some sketchy decisions. In the Netherlands game, the Portuguese have shown that they don't necessarily like the stalemate too much, but they were able to deal with it. So who knows? Maybe they can pull that one out. I think that's the best way to go about this.
Yeah, they've finally got their 6. Don't know who that is.
Skates_idiot.
Oh, Skates. Ooh.
Will be the medic of the Portuguese side today. So medic has logged in, and it's just a matter of time when these guys will be going live.
Yep.
So Plunk, what do you say? You were not too confident in the Portuguese side. How do you say this will go?
It's a roll. It's 5-0 on both maps. I don't see why not.
Oh yeah, map should mention as well. Second map will be Gullywater, if I remember correctly. That's how the groups go. Every round will like rotate between Process, Gully, and Product, and for round 2 it is Process and Gully. So just 5 CP today. Did you say double 5-0? I have a little bit more confidence. I say the Portuguese will get some round. I say 5-2, 5-1. I think they're gonna like try optimistically, and just eventually the Germans will edge it out just enough to like squash that bit of confidence.
No man, I'm a nihilist. I just believe that, like, you know, man, this is well, expect the worst, you know. Just expect the worst. So I mean, if Portugal hold up, good. That means my expectations are broken. But it looks like the Portuguese have readied up and the game is ready to get going.
So yeah, we here finally going live with 2 of the best football nations of this year, heading on against each other in TF2. Germany versus Portugal. Plunk, take it away.
So we see both demos arriving at mid about the same time, but we see the Portuguese demo going a little bit aggressive, taking a wee spam rocket there, but it looks like, oh, I can't see names there because of my colours, but it looks like both scouts are up top. Soldier jumps in, it looks like Ignis is doing a bit of trying pipe damage maybe, but no, spans and cleans up Groove. Ignis gets it little, I guess. But it looks like Mente's by himself at sewers right now. Maybe he couldn't get cleaned up by the scout. Doesn't seem much is happening. The scout's on point. Most of the Germans are kind of weak right now, but they're getting healed. Heals look a bit equal. Don't know. Everyone's kind of all about the place.
Yeah, the Portuguese were starting to control the space a lot better, but they lost the players sooner. The Germans found the damage, still able to now push forward a little bit, take some high ground, take down Span, Puck overextends late into this. Skates is still alive, and they want to have to rely on that, but eventually do get forced. Well, Piggy is the only one who can do much with you. Still find the counterforce onto Menti, which is what they want to see here, given that they also still lost 3 players. Mid has been lost. Chase is on for the Germans.
Yeah, also they still haven't capped it out, well, they're finally getting a cap now, but they're being just rolling in right now. The Germans just holding W, getting into second, getting that control onto second right there. But maybe they're going to continue their aggression right now, sort of walking into lobby with Rising and Ignis, including Menti as well.
Yeah, well, that was a strange mid fight. Rising a little bit too deep after the sentry has been destroyed. Wanted some more. Won't get much of this, and as weird as the mid fight was, the Portuguese made the best of the situation with this Uber exchange, able to get their medic out safely, get even a slight bit where maybe not enough to actually push out here, but they won't like get in any worse situation anytime soon, able to stabilize here. On the other side, Rising uses his death strategically, goes sniper, prepares for the stalemate. Same with the Portuguese side, except while Piggy will be on the engineer, setting up a defense on their part.
Yeah, both teams have finally got an Uber, but Rising, tries to take a wee peek at one, but they'll stick his there. He's going to looking to go through rollout right now, maybe just try and peek in, but the Soldier's going to walk out, catches him with a little bit of a splash rocket right there. But to try and make some room. Ooh, Milkman goes down right there, being a bit too aggressive in rollout, but that's one down for the side of the Germans right now. See if maybe the Towns can try and get a bit more space. We don't know.
Yeah, it's tough with the sniper on the other end. The moment they peek, they take a risk that you don't want to take. So the Germans are the ones actually playing the stalemate a little bit smarter here at the moment, contrary to what I hoped would happen, and just relying on the Rising sniper. So far, not too many opportunities, but as I stated, gets the first kill of the Spans, leaves the roamer all alone. Biohazard immediately jumped by 2 scouts, and the sniper will be taken down there. And the Germans just take this as an invitation into last and force out incredibly early.
Yeah, they've switched off engine. Scout's just going to walk on point, really. They're going to start to contest. Soldier jumps in, pounces on the Soldier's head, but that's not really going to save them. The Scouts making both Scouts making one last final attempt, but jump off the point. Oh no. There was not much they could do there.
Really weird bit fight into what eventually came decent decision making by the Portuguese side, but on to last, the stalemate was just better played by the Germans, played nicely around the sniper, and really nicely off the 1 kill they had, so nice small ad conversion by the German side into the first lead.
Yeah, but it looks like the Portuguese were quite slow this mid, like, surprisingly. But that's got to give. Oh, looks like the soldiers got biohazard, going for a big bomb, but just doesn't quite get the rockets needed. Both soldiers weak. Well, both soldiers down. One just got an arrow right there, or one was going to go down. But it looks like on the side, Germans have the advantage right now. Yep, there's only demo med up, and the med's going to get caught out and choked, sandwiched in. Milchman just trying to use the winger. Why is he still alive? And he's not hit. Oh, he finally hit his kill bind. Thank God. Only one alive, being Biohazard, who died first.
We have sent alert. Our control point is being captured.
Oh, hey, look, German internet. Not just great. But I'm back. Just to retry the server. So you take it for another second here.
Yeah, but it looks like Germans are just going to be walking in. Sentry goes straight down. Heavy being focused down as well. Scout down. They're all on the right side side of it now. Aye, left and right and right. Oh, so there's a nice wee spam rocket there. Stickies. Both Scout was on point. Nothing they could do there. And that's another round to the Germans.
Wish I could see it. Wish I could see it, but I gotta take your word for it. As I reconnect here. Let's hope it's only an issue for me and not the rest of the German squad at least.
German internet, monka ass.
Definitely, definitely.
Listen. Yeah, these demo rollouts are a bit iffy in the sense that Portuguese rolled out fast this time, but Soldier jumping on the blue crate, but Scout Piggy going to just get nice. Was it 6 size? Oh, what an air shot! And Milchman there by a little. Beautiful stuff, but that's not going to save them. Actually, it might just save them the fact that all players are weak. It's only 2 up on both sides right now, and their heals are not very good, but it's looking in the advantage for the Germans. And it looks like Rising. Oh, it's 1v1 right now. Ah,
Rising wins it.
Only one left alive.
They had the eyes forward, and then Rising was still in behind, able to sneak up on the last 2 players, getting the mid win for now. Late deaths on the Portuguese side as well. Makes it even worse. No ability to contest this is all. Psychis is back up, so positioning on mid established for the Germans. Not much Portugal can do anymore.
Yeah, it looks like these mids are really interesting. I don't know what's happening in these mids, man, but it looks like Rising going in for a bomb. He doesn't go. 2 soldiers going in right now, but it looks like Skater Idiot takes a little bit of a Skate Idiot, the same thing. But oh, Biggo does go down at Milchman. In fact, the Groove going in gets the medic. Nice little rocket there. The soldier's going to be sandwiched under the point. Kills himself, but Flux gets caught out and spans. Just gets the frag.
Ooh, Bio unexpectedly coming in from the other side. Everybody busy on the right, and just from in front of them, the sniper just stares them down. But he's the only one left alive after this little mess on second. There's not much the sniper alone can do. Has to go back to spawn back, but leaves Spoiled Piggy alone. Not be able to block the point in time. And Germany in full control here.
I feel sorry for the Portuguese. I regret what I said. I want a bit of optimism now. You know what I mean? Pause? Question mark?
That's what I thought, but then I disconnected from the server, so... There we go, that was a short pause, not unfortunately, fortunately enough. Not much time being wasted here, and Rollout continues, Fox flying to mid. Ignis so too, but quite a bit later in that regard. Doesn't matter, Solly's just flying in, trying to get some damage, doesn't find any, just settles with behind.
It looks like Portuguese just, Groove. And a bit deep on their pack right now. Rising's going to clean up in Biohazard right there. A little bit weak. Rising going down. Milchman getting Piggle as well. But it looks like I don't think Portuguese are going to be winning. This demo goes down as well. It's only Soldier and Med left. They're going to try and get out through sewer, but Soldier eats a tight. And looks like Groove's going to try and catch them out. Med 1 HP. Liddle just saves them, but that's not going to save the medic. And prolonged spawn. That's how you're going to get. Bioheads is still going in for the med, but doesn't quite get him.
Too little, too late for the Portuguese side, and the Germans just keep steamrolling forward. Late meta as well, like you mentioned, will be good for the U-Word. While Piggy tries to pass, but there's so many people.
Yeah, it looks like Germans have big ad here. Med's by himself, going to get in the spawn. Maybe rotating. Yep, they've whipped out the heavy. The Uber has been used. Heavy's going to be focused down. Heavy down within a flash. Soldier's weak. Just going to stand there and let him die. And someone disconnects.
That must have been what the pause causing. given that pauses are delayed in SDV time compared to real time. This is what pause happened. Yeah, there we go. Pause and 5 in chat. People are back. Fox back on the server. And the game continues 4-0 to the German side in just under 9 minutes.
Told you I was right.
Well, they're looking to continue speedrun.
It looks like Demo's going in big right now. Ignis gets skate already. Oh my. But it looks like Germans are just going to dive into choke and get all the frags right here.
Yeah, quick mid win for the Germans. Portugal not able to establish much position, and they've been slow to some of the mids. And it just gets punished now. Took a while. Psychos in 1v1 with Wild Piggy will win that one. Unable to block the point for the Portuguese team. Will be taken down really late into this as well. Late respawn for him. Second point on the way to be capped. And he gets his Uber any second, already on the move to last. Sniper can't do much here. Gets already shot. Uber gets popped. Right in their face. Spans down. Fucks under fire. Point is being capped. Is there enough biohazard on Pyro? Coming out here reflecting everything, but in the meantime his entire team is just taken apart. 31 on Heavy's last defense for this last push will be taken down. 5-1 to the Germans in 5-0 in just under 10 minutes.
Close game, close game.
Somehow this was the fastest Nations Cup game I've seen yet, but only because the other ones that could have been faster were thrown a little bit more. So, I mean, it technically wasn't, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But yeah, really tough for the Portuguese side.
Shame as well. I guess I was right, but guess not. We don't know. But Gullywash is next. Maybe they'll do a little bit better, get around in the board. We don't know.
Well, we'll see. Both Demomen had some times where they just were sketchy in terms of the pacing to mid and didn't look intentional when they were slow, which otherwise would be some sort of strat, but it didn't every time they did. So I don't know how that implications that could have for Gullywash, seeing as you kind of want to be fast most of the time. Anyway, quick look at the logs. Nothing much you can say about a game like this too much. 9-minute and 2-second game, and that still includes a pause. It was a short one, but still. And Germany just pulling ahead here. Milkman is just tearing things apart. 20-3. That is some stuff.
552 DPM. I'd like to point out as well. Oofed.
Well, it's a little bit easier to get that much damage per minute if there's a few less minutes in the game, I guess.
Well, I mean, still it's a lot. Big numbers means big ego, so you know.
Well, anything else that's stand out here? I mean, Rising had decent performance. I mean, all the Germans had good performance, but obviously it would be kind of tough to not have that in this game, unless the other guys are just killing everything and you're just stuck capping the point. But yeah, apart from that, not much can be said about a game like this too often. That puts another 3 points onto the Germans' score for the overall groups of their group stages here. So they're now sitting at 9, want to sit at 12 after this. Portugal hard pressed to get anything out of this if they want to have any chance, and even then it would rely for the Netherlands to choke against Algeria as well. Next week, I would assume, is that game. So it's gonna be tough for Portugal to still make it out of groups at this point.
I mean, I think, judging by the last game, I think I might be right. It might be a 5-0 here.
Yeah, they need some drastic changes. I think still, the first bit they had was one of the better ones. They just, they got good space. They denied decent space for the Germans. They just didn't know what else to do with it once that was established, and they were just kind of staring them down, and then the Germans just won the spam fight after that. And if they could do anything with that on this map, it's going to be so much better, especially given that it's a slightly smaller map with faster cap time. It's easier to convert of mid-wins in that regard. So if they can get something like that going, then they have a chance to get some points here. And like I said, at that point, they just need to slow things down and not let the Germans just walk over them anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
at
least Germany's taking something home from this. You know what I mean?
At least Germany is not taking more time than they need. That happens too much.
That's a plus as well.
Like, what enjoyment do you get of like not being able to play the game because the other team is just dead all the time? Yeah, just get yourself some easy early free time on a Friday that you expected to play some on, probably. So let's see how that will go. Second map, CP Gully Wash.
Looks like demos rolling out equally, fast time, just about the same. One has no legs for me, but Scouts, Milchman gets munched right there. Demo goes down in the same. Ignis goes down. Groove goes down. Oh my, they're dropping like flies right now.
Fly in, rising from behind. Just walk up to them. Skate's not able to survive. They didn't see fast enough. And Menti survives in all of this, meaning they will have the dual advantage on the German side. Surely stuck on last a little bit, but able to lead just that bit easier. And the Portuguese are still chasing, trying to get this last desperate kill. But it's just not happening.
Looks like they're ready to. Maybe it looks like they're going to be going for a. Yep, they're re-pushing it. No one's going to. No one's going to be in last. They're just going to be sitting there, waiting and sit mid for them. Both Ubers. No big Uber advantage, in fact, for the side of the Germans. Ryzen going to go drop down right now. It looks like he might be going. Oh, he's going for. He sees Skates, gets him. That's a. The Uber ad's going to be staying the same. Oh my.
The German's just rolling over them, and it still hasn't stopped yet. They still have this Uber charge ready, just now capping mid. Svan's the only one in the way for the second point. Will be taken down. Only pucks back up. Catch them unaware.
Demo's just waiting in lobby. Gonna get caught out, maybe? Just gets out by the skin of his teeth right there. But it looks like Germans are ready to run right into last. They're going to use. Ooh, taking quite away that Uber. Scouts actually just going to walk on point. No, they're not. They're going to bait it out. Med just pops. Heavy's getting fucking. What is happening here, boys?
Well, I've seen worse Ubers, but just that this was a good one. But doesn't matter if Uber isn't good if the other team can't kill you in the meantime, and you can get all your players into last. Regardless, play the point. Wait them to make some decisions and just shoot them while they're doing them. Germany takes the lead. Took them a little bit longer than last time. They're still able to do it after a loss a mid-win.
Let's see if this mid will just be as interesting as last. But last mid ever what happened there. Milchman went down straight away, but Ryzen going straight for the drop down once again. Maybe even waiting a little bit sooner. But we have Lido on that. Oh, Biohazard's going in down. Milchman down again. But we see Lido getting denied a bit. Looks like Ryzen also goes down, gets caught out. Groove going for the demo, doesn't quite get him, takes the blues pack though, and looks like Ignis getting out with the Rap Assassin. But that's another mid to the Portuguese, wow.
And this time, the way they want it, Met alive on their side, Menti has been killed. That's exactly what they want, and this is how you can get some quick rounds on the board. And the Germans just look clueless once the bombs just aren't doing anything. They rely so heavily on the solis, but it's only 31 and Bio doing all the work here on the mid-fights right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to be taking this straight into last right now. They have the ad, they have the players, so I don't see why not. They're just taking their time, going through the river. They're going to use in right now. Scout's going to just try and jump across, get everything. They whipped out the heavy, sticks are on point. They just walked on. No players were there to contest, and that's a round to the Portuguese.
I'm expecting to see more of these kind of rounds once the newest version of Pronouns gets added into the map rotation. Just play the point. Doesn't matter how good your Uber is. If the other team can't react in time, you get the W. And Portugal able to get around on the board. After two decently performed mid-fights, looking kinda decent for them.
Defos. Ooh, also the Demo being focused down straight away. Gets quite hurt at the very start there, but Soldier going in. Whoa, can Biohazard doesn't quite get the medic, but the medic goes flying. Takes the pack inside of Red, but Red once again, the Germans just are 3 down right now. Only Med, Demo and Scout alive. But looks like Portuguese have the player advantage. They're just going to be back out. No point taking this fight.
Yeah, that's the kind of mid-fight where you just kind of try to go the other side just for the pure purpose of doing something different because it didn't work beforehand and the Germans just unable to execute of it. Again, Portuguese soldiers doing great work. Biohazard does so much damage on elbow. Able to take them really weak. TS team able to clean up after that, establish position of high ground. Everybody on the German side just stuck on the low ground and get them into second. There's a spy around though, and they haven't caught onto that just yet.
Oh,
Rising gets the stab. Span's already saw it, but the calls came in after the shots have been fired.
That's going to be a big pick there from the Germans there. But it doesn't matter, they've lost 3 players. They've lost another, it's only the demo man and Med alive right now. They're either going to need to use their Uber here. They're going to need to use it. Oh, not what they wanted, but...
They baited that out perfectly on the Portuguese side. They just put up enough pressure on the point and on the other side of the point with the stickies that they didn't have much of a choice unless they got these kills like within a second, and they clearly didn't. So Menti forced to use a lot of cap with it as well, so they're playing with fire here. And maybe not even able to get the cap here with the sniper of Biohazard blocking the point. Does another kill onto the scout as well. Milkman going down at the same time. Psychus gets blasted through the door, but just kind of left to die in front of Biohazard's SMG. Germany crumbling a little bit. Portugal with so much cap and don't even need much more to get this round possibly.
Oh, Span's just walking in on Menti. Span just walks up and just kills the medic. That doesn't matter. What's happened is the German team, most players are down, Demo's by himself right now. They're just going to walk on the point. Rising's on the point. Just take spam, see what they can do right there. It's half HP, 8 HP right now in fact. This is RIP. What's happening? This is night and day compared to Process.
Yeah, it looks like the game plan can't continue anymore because the game plan was to just hold W, but once you're stuck on a like even-ish situation on last, you can't do that risk-free anymore. And Portugal is making them pay for it. Germany losing the lead for the first time now and going down 2-1.
Germans are going to... Oh, excuse me, but Milchman running up to the right side again. Are they going to be playing the right side? Yes, they are. Once again, they're going to need to watch it for the bombs, but nope, they're going to play a bit faster this time. Rising gets them head. Oh no.
But everybody else on the German side is just getting punished. Man, it's 31 just walking forward, getting the kills, making it a lot more close for their side. Fux denies them in Victor, but Menti and Psyche is just backing off, not playing it dangerously there, just backing off as fast as they can, not letting themselves get chased down by weak people. Fux and Bio just kind of settle with mid. Get the cap time instead, trying to get the cap down as quickly as they can, but the Germans already move forward again.
Yeah, they know that they're weak because they have no heals. Demo's going to drop down right now, he's just below. Oh, nice rear shot coming for Rising, they're defending their point. Also, Demo goes down as well. I don't think the Portuguese want to be trying to take this fight right now. Lido goes down, they've dropped 3 players right now, they need to back out, and this is going to really hurt their lead, I think, because that was not the best move.
Yeah, and Germans with the UAD also have this much momentum forward still left in them. With this supercharge, able to cap second for 3 off of the kills and push into last with it any moment here. While Portugal has in store for themselves, is able to set up advance as much as they can. A little bit of sniping, decides against the Piggy going Pyro instead, 31 on the heavy. See how much they can do against this German Uber.
You're going full off class right now, but Piggy just getting the shot out. They're going to be walking in through shutter. Uber has been popped early. Pyro air blasting the demo man and away from the med, getting that Uber time wasted. They're going to need to back out. They've not got the frags. They have a heavy that's, you know, on point. There's no point. They're going to need to wait for a repush. There's a scout on the medic. Tried so hard. Span's not going to quite get a medic. That's 2 down for both teams right now. But Germans just got a spawner in fact.
And Wilken is still walking out freely in Riverside, able to get the kill into Fox. That moment down. Maybe a good opportunity with Scout death as well to just force something and try to get the Evo out of the equation. They're trying, playing the point, or Wilken is trying at least. Out-DMs the heavy, Rising distracts as well. Cap time has been started. Germany just walked in onto the last point, still getting kills. Uber comes out eventually, but 3 people have been dropped in the process. Portugal scrambles to get some kills on the board. It looks like Biohazard has run out of ammunition, and the Germans just collapse onto the point, played the force really nicely and get the tie back on the table for themselves.
That wasn't very good. That's an F, running out of ammo like that when you really need to defend last. But they're tied up, Germans, as you said, they've tied up now. Maybe the Germans have finally got their groove back with this map, but it looks like they certainly have, in my opinion. They've kind of, you know, picked on what the Portuguese are doing. But Rising going in for the bomb straight away. Med surfs at 50 HP. Maybe someone can clean up. I don't know. But the demo's weak right now. He's incredibly weak. Guess what? Span's getting this. He's getting the snipe. But it looks like Groove gets the medic on like 5 HP. What a god.
Well, another ramp assassin kill for Spans and instantly just turnaround kills Ignis. What is happening? Spans is just destroying the Germans single-handedly.
Oh, he tried to go for a third.
If he just scattered Psychus down a little bit more, he would have even gotten it as well. But the bottom line is, Skate Idiot stays alive for Portugal, unlike Menti, who went down in all of this chaos. And Portugal, despite losing the midfight, have an opportunity to repush here with advantage.
They have that, but I mean, the advantage only by like 30 to 40%, but looks like the Germans don't really care and they're ready to push in. Aldi drop down gets Milchman, but Ryzen also gets Skate Idiot. Their mid dropped, Uber advantage gone, bye bye. 3 up, they're all in big though right now. Ooh, Piggle getting groove in fact. Spans behind again, trying to go for the rap assassin once again.
Well, he had too many of those, so the Jones eventually caught onto it. Not dying to it once more. Uber advantage, like you said, in their hand. Portugal needs to set up some sort of defense to not lose this tight scoreline this quickly. Pyro comes out, Sniper as well, Westband and Piggy respectively. Setting up sticks on point as well, trying to deny as much as they can, but still playing aggressive with the Pyro. See if they can get anything out of it, and at the moment it's a lot of damage onto Menti. He uses a little bit earlier, but not too much, not quite the force they wanted, and 31 will still get caught out in the process. So does Biohazard. Pyro denied by the scouts, get pistoled down. Everybody on the German side in onto Lars. Skate gets the sword, but he can't switch the weapon in time. Will drop the Uber he just barely got. Bugs the only one left, trying to just check the point with his life. But Germany will take it regardless.
That was a very interesting round. The Portuguese had Uber advantage pushing into the secondary there, but lost it because they were caught out by Ryzen.
And Rising's bombs after they went down 2-0 have been improved massively on this map.
Definitely, but again, looks like they're going to focus Flux once again, get him damaged so he backs out, waits for heals. The Groove in their elbow right now, going to get clean. Span actually goes down to Groove right now. Groove finally goes down right now. They're up. Oh, the Portuguese, this mid's not looking in their favour. It's a wipe. Bye bye.
The silver lining, once again, is that the Germans took a little bit too long on elbow to move up, and Biohazard still found the opening onto Menti, got the kill, will be able to make it so that they will have a little bit more time on Lars to set stuff up, and both medics at the same time have the same idea, to surprise each other with crits, and the surprise it will be when they realize that both of them are using it.
Oh no.
If one side will realize sooner that the other side might be using it, that will be a crucial advantage here. But obviously both sides hope that the other side is not using crits and expect them to not have yet, even though it's equal lubers.
Are you there? Yeah, I mean, with this tiny wee ad that they have right now, they're just going to maybe try and... Nope, they're going to let it go. Now they both have it and they're ready to just maybe...
Germany uses first in lobby, they get 2 kills with it. And they kind of just rotate around each other. Germany just on the way to last. Portugal forward, trying to make the crits work. Didn't expect the Germans to hold W as well. And Germany just sneaks away this round. And that's how it goes. Both sides just wanting to play aggressive, expecting the other side to play back. And it just worked out better for the Germans here.
Yeah, they don't expect crits a second time. So... They're running crits once again, so they're going to be in a constant advantage over Menti right now, unless their mid dies. So, looks like once again... oh no! Bye bye, Bio. RIP. Well, looks again, Bio down. Oh, Lido behind. Doesn't get the rocket to connect to Menti and only takes a bit of fall damage. Oh, it doesn't look good for the Portuguese. The only thing they have right now is a scout and a medic, and they have quite a big Uber ad, but 30%.
Well, the crits as well coming up by Skate Idiots here will change the dynamics once more, but no crits on the German side will force some different decisions than last time out of them. With these players respawning now, everybody will be up, back on the server, playing game, and let's see if the Portuguese side can defend. They are still playing aggressive. They want to have the crits up from top. The Germans are just holding against it in main. Just walking forward. The crits comes out, gets Milkman, but that's it. Menti saves the rest of his team with this Uber. Can they get anything else with it though? They're moving into last again, and it's relatively vacant of 2 players.
Oh no, he craters. No. It looks like only Lido and Fox are alive. Piggle spawns as Pyro. Gets the scout. It's only the Menti left. And secret now, Ignis. Oh no, bye bye. That's a round 2. The Germans, in fact, are woofed.
Yeah, the Germans took so long to get properly into this game, but eventually they found their footing here, it seems, and it's been going well ever since. 2-5 is the scoreline, and given ETF2L rules, they need 2 more.
ETF2L rules. Bad.
Well, we're just gonna let that stand as is and move into the mid-fight. Portugal arrives, and now they're switching it up. Going enemy side, haven't been doing that before. See how that goes. Germany just dabs with the same direction. Py-bun tries to have the same jump as before, but this time Milkman has eyes on it. Will be able to deny it. Same with 31, not able to jump up. Goofed instead, jumping over himself. Gets the medic, gets a lot of damage on the two players. Everybody in high court is pretty weak, but they're still holding against it. Fans gets the kill as well. Only the scouts up. What can they get? Ignis is against them. Nice pipe by Ignis, gets both of them. Piggy going down as well, and that is another mid-win for Germany.
That was a very surgical mid there. That was, the pipes from Ignis were very clean. I quite like those.
Alert.
And now they're going to move in a second, just cap it, as you do, as you expect. Scout cap, and looks like Ignis is going into a lobby by himself, see if there's any sticks. No sticks, that's good. Now they're going to just try and walk in. They have Uberad, they have a heavy Inji and Pyro, holding nice and defensively. Classic stalemate. They're going to use in quite early, they anticipate this, and Pyro's just shutting them down.
When the arrow comes out as well, Piggy just refuses to die. And the Germans unable to land the shots they need. Pyro doing his job just fine. Psych is taking a lot of spam, and Riverside Fox doing a good job there. But not much else happening besides damage, and given that the Uber is not up yet, they would need something more than that. But they still try, and they don't have much else of a choice here, given the scoreline. And Milkman as well just tries to return the favor, but Sticky trapped down pretty quickly. Rising as well just boosted to last, caught by surprise by the sentry gun. And the Germans just kind of overextending one by one here, taking a lot of damage as well on the surviving 4, needing to move back. Out here, moving forward with the off-classes. Pyro and Heavy on second, and just leading their way over the map.
They're going to give up second there, they lost 2 players. Don't know why they bombed in. But they're still running the setup. They're pushing in with Heavy. Oh, bunch of lads right here, but looks like Heavy going to just do a bit of chip damage. Fox gets absolutely destroyed by the scout and Ignis. It looks like Port also was the only Heavy, and now the Med's by himself. Portugal, what have you done? Why?
Well, if somebody questions why Heavy isn't played more, then this is kind of why. They could have had 2 scouts instead of the Pyro and the Heavy, but instead they had the off-class and they just weren't able to chase.
Hi, Paulson. But it looks like see, Sizer goes down right now. I can't pronounce your name. You got weird letters. Sikaz, that's okay. TY. But it looks like, oh, Demo goes down. Looks like not very good right here on the side of the Portuguese. 3 down. Mez down. Engie goes down. Only the scout and soldier up and out. Sentry being built slowly. But they're not going to take this. There's only a sniper med, and they've just got a spawner. Not looking good.
Yeah, Germany unable to convert these rounds at the moment. They're struggling a little. The defense just a little bit too much, but it was just a mild attempt without an overcharge, so doesn't matter too much to them. They still have theirs ready to go any second now, but Portugal just holding against it aggressively in lobby, getting some kills of their own.
They've got the Caesar, you're going to be called Caesar now, right? But they're going to use into the lobby, in fact, quite early for some. Names, man, honestly.
If only there was a letter to, like, do that, what he's doing in the middle of his name. But, you know, can't have it all.
Ooh, nice wee headshot there. No bad at all. Piggle hiding, just hiding in the vent right now. Not really doing much.
Yeah, Germany is playing a lot more scared than before now. It's really surprising after how hectic this entire game has been, basically. Even when Germany was down 2 rounds, was still hectic, but they rely to slow it down right now, and it's working. Rising once again like a process, able to hit some shots, gets the first kill to Bio, leaves the sentry unattended, but it's in a really hard to reach corner of the map, so it can't get easily spammed down by the Germans. They're trying, but they're currently failing to shoot over the ground there, so moves back off instead.
Piggle looks like he's going to go in right now. He spots, oh no, Milkman spots him, both scouts spot him. That failed plan. bye bye Piggles, it was worth it. You could tell he was itching to go there, but yeah, that sentry is going to be a big issue for the Germans right now. Uber is equal, and they're just trying to wait for any ad they can get. They have player ad right now, and looks like they're going to try and take it with it. They're trying to get the med. Med does get forced, eats a pipe by the looks of things, and Uber has been popped on both sides. Sentry does go down, Scout is on point. Injured, just dies, but does catch him. Does a bit of damage to him. But it looks like most of the... Oh, Menti dies. No, there's cap time's going on, and that's a round to the Germans.
Yeah, Portugal just gave them too much space onto this like really early entry from the shutter door, and Germany just gladly took all of it, having to use really late into this as well. Able to cover a lot of space for free, while Portugal just had to use incredibly early, so one round to the Germans 2-6. Match point. Let's see if Portugal can at least hold against it.
Yeah, looks like both scouts really fast right now. It looks like the Portuguese are taking up red side this time right now. All 6 there, ready to do whatever, but both sides have swapped sides in fact. No one's went and dropped down either. Looks like Ryzen going in for a bomb. Doesn't get in. Does a bit of damage though. Scouts don't seem to be able to do anything. Both soldiers are down for the side of Germany. Looks like Biohazard tried to go for the medic, but it doesn't matter. Scouts are going to clean up, and that's nearly a wipe for the Germans there.
Only Ignis up, and the scouts are chasing him down. Spans gets another little plastic ball in the face of the DuMmTm, gets the kill with some help there. And really well done mid by Portugal. They needed some more of those. Just incredibly nice denial on, like, theoretically really well coordinated bombs by the Germans, and like really well done bomb for Bio for everybody to just chase down the remaining players after that. Really well done, but they're losing some players in the process still, and need to be careful on second. Groove, however, unable to get the kill. Piggy takes him down. Spans dies along the way as well to side, but Fox is just all the way into last already. Gets sent the captain just on his own.
Just walked in and back capped him as Demo Man, question mark Germany. Looks like Germany's going to need to get another two points on the board to even win this now.
I feel like I've seen this before. But here we are. Portugal is holding against it, and if they just continue getting rounds like if the Germans just get too tired, they could make this up. Time was certainly possible.
Sniper to mid, Milkshman, here we go. See the soldier bomb in for Menti, doesn't quite get in, gets shut down by the scout. All of Portugal's weak, they're dropping like flies. Demo's just got alive, he took an arrow, Med dies, Demo's only alive, and he's hit like 50 HP. That's a wipe. Why didn't you do this last round, Germany? I don't know.
They tried as hard as they could, but they just got denied too much. This time they found the right openings, able to take the mid win with a Med down on the Portuguese side. Menti staying alive means Uber ad for Germany moving into last once they cap up the points, which kind of takes a little while, but they're already set up confidently here. And Milkman is hitting some shots, one body shot, one headshot, only one kill out of those two though.
Yeah, looks like, again, full Uber ad, they're down a player right now, so they could take off. It's only a sniper, not really much of a thing. They headshot the heavy again. They need, the damage is coming off from Milkman, he's hitting the shots. Pyro blocking shuttle once again. Will they deal with him? They finally deal with him, he dies, but most of their Uber is gone by the time they kill him. It's only like 20% that was left, and there's a heavy on point, he's half, the Pyro's dealing with them, the German Pyro at least. Heavy goes down, they both trade, and it's only one up, and that's the Demo. He's not really going to get to do much, and that's another round to the Germans.
Well, 10 rounds have been played, and it's still going. You don't see that too much. I think the closest we've come to, like, recently was a Prem game yesterday that was 6-3, so we're already gone beyond that, and by the pace this game is going, there will be a little bit more to play.
Oh, next time the Portuguese are running a sniper mid. Biohazard sitting in big door, gets a nice shot on the Ignis right there. That's a fatty pick. But it looks like they're going to get back out. They've lost their Demo, but they do pick off a scout. But the soldier down below is quite weak. The scout's also weak. Gets an arrow just in time to take the scrap with Spans. Doesn't really want to do it. And Menti left alone in choke. But it looks like Caesar or whatever. Seekas. Seekas. Okay, I'm getting two different answers.
Well, that was a really close body shot there by Biohazard as well. The DuMmTm was slightly out of position to protect the skates anymore. But the saw from Menti able to get the Zuba in time and just denied Portuguese dreams right in front of their faces. Skate's not able to get his Uber in time. Germany walks forward, but Biohazard with the third kill in this round. Nice headshot prevented the moment Uber flashes. He gets one more as well. They're just picking them apart right now in mid, but eventually Germany can just overpower them by sheer numbers, getting spans, getting bio. Skates again on crits. Biggie doesn't care for that, he just wants to move forward on his own and gets Ignis with his efforts.
Yeah, Menti's just can't. Yeah, Menti's just going to be tag along mid. They're going to have a big ad on the side of Biohazard. There's also lost their demo and their scout just died right there. So Portuguese have a nice ad coming out of the second fight right now.
I like the confidence by Menti to peek into big door while nobody else of his team was in mid, knowing that there could be a sniper on the corner. There was, but not just quite on mid. So he was just a second early enough to not die there somehow. But regardless of that, Uber situation is what matters now. KritzKast almost up and ready. Biohazard doesn't need crits, he can get them himself with the sniper rifle, 2 in a row here. Headshots ringing out. Portugal just moving forward on big door.
Well, crits have been popped on the Portuguese side. Not really much coming out apart from a sticky on Ignis, but mid is being capped by Milchman right now. No one's going to go back to get him because they're all going to try and stack the point. Oh, they did get a lot of damage off, but the med was just not doing it. But Menti comes up in the next 2 seconds, as well as Ignis. They're just going to walk it at last. They have the player ad. They're finally going to spawn with a heavy, see what they can do. Lidl on the point, gets shut out. He's in secret right now, not secret. He's in about just outside water, sorry. That's him down. Biohazard in secret, looking to get an nice wee pick. Gets Ryzen.
Yeah, and all of this chaos still able to hit some shot on the sniper rifle, but it's still not over. It's incredibly close. So Fox moves onto the point, hits some shots. Piggy as well cleans up for his demo man, and the Germans just didn't have the numbers anymore. Portugal making it a 4-7 scoreline.
Biohazard, oh my, what a sniper. He'll be running into mid again.
He single-handedly won them around here.
Definitely, man. Some of the headshots he's been hitting, nice. I like.
Let's see if he can continue doing so as the mid-fight number 12 now rings out, but lots of damage for the Germans to start off. Dude just jumped enemy side, kills the demo man. Skates unable to connect with enemy early on. They clean up group. Both sides just take their own path for positioning. Biohazard unable to do much on the mid-fight spans as well, taken down by Ignis at the same time. Portugal slowly falling apart. Skates leaves his team to die on mid while he can escape with some Uber charge. But they're still fighting, trying to do what they can. 31 jumps, unable to get the kill. Piggy got one, but would be left against 4 players. Leaves as well, connects with his team.
Oh, this game goes on forever. There's only 2 minutes left. This is an interesting game, but they're going to be walking into. Said crits have been popped. Didn't think they expect that demo gets launched out of there. Nice headshot coming from Biohazard from Bats right there. So they've lost their med, they're 2 down. Demo goes down as well. That's a nice hold of second by the Portuguese. Only 1 left.
Rising is still there.
Oh, he doesn't quite get anything. Oh. That's a wipe. That's not very good.
Yeah, Portugal on the move forward, are able to cap mid with this interesting fight to say the least. Again, really nice headshots ringing out. And Skate just doesn't care, will continue to use the crits. Hasn't done much last time, but it didn't matter too much either. So they continue the trend here. Rising and Milkman both off-classing Spy and Pyro it will be, trying to counter the crits and the sniper, but so far it's only the Demoman dying.
Yeah, Milchman goes down as well. They forgot they have crits as well. They're going to use... Crits have been popped.
But Spy is moving in from behind. Skates is running away from it as fast as he can. And Rising will eventually catch up with him. And the rest of them denied in River as well. 3 down already. And the fight still continues for Piggy at least. But Biohazard just on the other side gets the kill himself. Piggy moves in, gets Goof, gets Velic down immediately. The Pyro takes on the sniper right after and kills just everywhere. But it's going Germany's way. Falcon once again wants to back up. This time the Germans have some people on last, able to stop it in time. And able to cap second with this as well.
Oh no, Spans gets caught out by the Pyro, but the Pyro does go down. Wow, it's only 36 seconds left. That's a GG to Portugal and Germany. They've won. They've got this in the bag. Is that them out the group stages now?
Yes, they are, but there's still one more game for them to play against the Netherlands to decide the exact standings.
Neil Long.
We'll see if this is another round in it left. The Portuguese are trying as hard as they can, and they're still getting some kills in this messy fight. Weiser tries the close range fight against Milkman, but he won't die. Gets the melee kill. Portugal moving forward. Milkman in from behind. The cap time has already started. Nothing much the Germans can do with 2 seconds left, making it 5-7. And man, when have you seen this scoreline before?
What's happening here, man?
I'm glad process was over as fast as it was, because we could move quicker to this game. This was really, really fun. As nonsensical as it was at times. Really, really great game.
That was a really good match, man. That actually kind of blew my expectation after the Portugal game, because I was going in for a roll, but this wasn't a roll. This was
better than a roll.
This was much better. This is a game I actually enjoyed watching. So walks will be interesting this time as well.
Yeah, this will be a mess. But what has to be said, still congratulations for Portugal for putting up a great fight both here and against the Netherlands. Decently close games, at times at least, when they found their footing in those games, but unable to get any points out of either of them, which means they have been eliminated already. Unfortunately, Germany will be proceeding to the next round. Placement, undecided yet. Netherlands still has one more game before the game against Germany to decide who will get first, who will get second. And yeah, just some quick look at the logs here. Man, these stats are just all over the place.
Milkman
high damage.
fragging, that's for sure. 38 frags. Oofed.
Yeah. Let's see, the final tally for Biohazard's headshots will be 13 as well. Which, if you mirror that, will be 31. So I feel like there's signs here. Either way, who's top damaging? Let's see. 31, who we just spoke of, with 396 DPM, 11k damage, 11122 damage on the board for that man. Nice numbers. And yeah, what a game. Like, Portugal came back fighting. It was looking really dire out of process, but they had a really nice understanding of what they wanted to do and were able to pull it off enough times to make it a really, really close fight. Let's see. Wiseman, Wiethoofd said we have some more stuff going. Let's see if you can pull it up for me. I opened the thing. And the average round time for this game is like 2 minutes or something. Maybe a little bit over, like 2.5 minutes, given that there was a 5-minute round and a 3-minute round. But, yeah. What a game.
Whew.
But yeah, with that being said, let's just take a quick gander at the rest of the Nations Cup standings. We already mentioned Germany is through. Second or first will be decided next week or so against the Netherlands. Portugal, unfortunately, eliminated, couldn't get around sort of 2 really exciting games against the Netherlands, and Germany still has a game left against Algeria, where they clearly want to be able to make their efforts worth it at least a little bit to get some points on the board for themselves, get the 3rd place, not the 4th one. We'll see how that goes, and yeah, really fun games. I'm looking forward to more. Let me see, is anything scheduled for tomorrow? I don't think there was. There is Russia-Turkey at 8. Maybe we can do that. I'm not sure if you have people available then. But even then, if we can't do that, we can do stuff next week for sure. Nation Cup will be going for the future a little bit more, and there's some good games to come, certainly. So stay tuned for like the top matchups that we can find and be able to show you guys. And until then, this was KritzKast, this was me, DuMmTm, and Plunk, the man himself. Wiethoofd production.
Hi, old beaver! Away!